Robinson, and I'm the station manager. I'm on the air in the mornings. I have with me today Tabitha Kennemer, who is our office manager. Ricky Bybee is here as well, and we are just blessed to be able to make this presentation to you today. I think it's kind of funny, though, that I'm making a presentation to Rotary because I was first made aware of this problem by a Rotary Club member. She was working in our local schools and found out that there were a lot of kids with very inappropriate footwear. Some of them were wearing shoes that they had vastly outgrown. There were some that were wearing some from their siblings, and there were several sizes too big. And then there was ones that just didn't have anything that was the right thing. So they started collecting shoes. They went into the schools and they put the shoes on the kids themselves, which, talk about service above self. Some of these kids had the dirtiest and smelliest and yuckiest feet. And a lot of that was because they had no socks, or they had socks that were in really bad shape. And so she came to me and said, I need your help. We have shoes, but we don't have any socks. And so we got on the radio and we asked our listeners to give, and they did. They brought in lots and lots of socks. And so then the Rotary members then went back, and the organization she was with, and they put the shoes and socks on the kids' feet. But the socks are what made the difference, even more so than the shoes. Those kids would say, oh, the shoes are great, but can I keep these socks? Well, a couple years later, we found out about a need for school supplies as well. And again, we got on the radio and started asking our listeners for help. We found out from some teachers that at the beginning of the year, a lot of kids show up for school and they don't have the supplies that they need. And that means the teachers reach into their pockets and they buy those supplies for those kids. And some of you are probably educators or have been in this room, and you know what I'm talking about. The teachers go out of their way to provide for those students. And so for years, our listeners have been giving very generously. We've been doing this school supply drive for this last 10 years, and we fill 300 backpacks full of supplies, and we bring them right to the elementary schools so the kids or the teachers have them on hand to give to kids that might come unprepared. And so here's what happened, though. We go and we're delivering these backpacks with supplies, and I said, okay, well, let us know if you need anything else, walking out the door. And she said, I do. And she grabs me and she said, we need underwear. I was like, underwear? Why would you need underwear? And so she explained to me she covers the school clinic, and a lot of times kids will have accidents, and they will sit there in soiled clothes until parents can come and get them. Or, as it turns out, more often than not, it's because kids come to school without any underwear and without any socks. And I have been told time and time again that for the families that can't afford it, kids are dressed in what you can see and not in what you can't see. Well, I took it upon myself to go and buy some socks and underwear and bring it to the school, and to start asking other people to do the same so that we can contribute even more. And every year I've had people give generously to our socks and underwear supply drive, and every year we go to the school, we make those deliveries, and we hand over all these school supplies, and they say, oh, thank you so much. But then you hand them a bag full of socks and underwear, and they hug you, and they cry, and they know it's something that they really need there. Well, for the last several years, I've had at least one major contributor to this project that's no longer able to give. And that's why I got really excited about this opportunity, because I know that the need is really great. And our listeners are already amazing, giving us all those supplies. And we pack those 300 backpacks and we bring them right to the schools. Well, we're adults. We all have drawers full of socks and underwear. And we know that there's one thing for sure. These are not accessories. They are necessities. Especially when you're a little one and you're sitting in a classroom trying to learn. It's not comfort, or it is comfort. It's not just, having something that other kids have. And so it might be something that you don't see, but it is something that's felt. And so we're really grateful for your consideration of this grant that'll provide that first layer of success. And with it, we'll be able to purchase a larger amount of different sizes that we can bring to our elementary schools. And we know that it's really going to impact not only the students, but their families and the teachers and the administrators. And it's going to help them academically. And better students will grow up to be better citizens. And that's going to impact all of us and certainly our community. We've been doing this for years now, and we have seen the effects of it. And the reason why we started it is because we had a microphone and we could ask for help. And so I'm here today asking for you to help, because our community has made this happen all along. We're going to continue to do that, but it'll be so much better and so much bigger than we could do on our own. So I appreciate your asked before, well, how come you don't go, with the school supplies? Why don't you go to the middle schools, the high schools? They need it too. And we're like, this is bigger than we thought it would ever be. You could do the middle schools and you could do the high schools. So far it's just the elementary schools.
I just have a comment. I taught first grade for many, many years, and it's so true. They come, they don't have underwear. One little boy's pants fell off one day in class, and he had no underwear on. Socks were pitiful if they existed at all. It's just, in shoes, I've drawn kids' shoes, feet shapes on paper and bottom shoes, and teachers can't do all that. So this is great. It is neat.
Thank you.
From a size standpoint, what do you guys need the most if somebody were out shopping?
Oh, well, we go through from pre-K all the way up to 5th and 6th grade, but I did have several of the school administrators reach out to me, because I check with them every year before we start again and say, you still need this? And several had said, we really need the larger sizes, because it's not just the little ones having accidents or needing them. It's the larger kids, like the 5th and 6th grade, and some of them are very big. They said, we need adult sizes too.
And just drop them off at the station?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you. We start our collection Monday of school supplies and socks and underwear. We go through the 24th of July. Any other questions? Well, thank you so much for your time.